Hey everyone, it's Joshua. I was thinking of making maybe one or two videos this weekend. I'm gonna see if I can consider maybe merging it all into one. The first thing I wanted to talk about is testosterone. I've had a lot of guys approach me as of late that did not know or realize or haven't heard of the side effects of taking testosterone. Um, there's some really hardcore side effects in tea. If you're getting your tea legitimately, which all of you should be doing, inside of whatever form of tea you get. I've used two kinds. I've used the Androderm testosterone patches, where you change a patch every day. Um, I could not use those because I have an allergy to adhesives, um, and it was ripping off the top layer of my skin. And it's not just that; it's any kind of medical tape, band-aids, scotch tape. I mean, any type of tape that's on my skin for very long, for more than about 15 minutes, will start tearing off the skin. My skin will bubble and get all red and nasty. So when you have a patch on for 24 hours, it was causing a lot of problems. I had a lot of skin coming off. So I switched to injectable testosterone. And in both forms that I've taken, between the patch and the injectable, there's always a warning thing that's in there, like a little pamphlet of white paper that's folded up in a million different ways. Um, I want you guys to read that. I want all of you that take testosterone, I don't care if you've been on it for 10 years or 10 days, to read it. Know what you're getting yourself into. These are the things I've experienced with testosterone. The main one, when it comes to non-health threatening side effects, obviously hair loss. Yeah, I always wear a hat. But as for health-wise, the thing I've experienced firsthand is high blood pressure. And I'm a big dude, but before that I was a big girl. And I never had high blood pressure before, even as a fat chick. Ever, ever, ever. Like, never. My blood pressure is actually always really low. So now I take high blood pressure medication every day. Um, that is a big risk. Smoking with testosterone it even doubles your risk for high blood pressure, congestive heart disease, heart failure, heart disease, angina, those kind of things. When you transition from female to male, when you're a female, you have female health issues to be concerned with: breast, cervical, ovarian, uterine cancer, osteoporosis, um, things along that line. As a male, you have male diseases to worry about: high blood pressure, heart disease, different types of cancers like lung. There's also blood cancers that you can get from taking testosterone. Um, there's a disease with your blood cells where it produces too many red blood cells, and you have heart attacks. I mean, all kinds of crazy things. But high blood pressure is one of the biggest ones. Smoking raises your risk of high blood pressure. So being on testosterone, 9 times out of 10, you no longer have to worry about um, osteoporosis. Your bones are no longer brittle. Your body absorbs calcium the right way. But you do have to worry about, health issues. Carrying extra weight as a man is much worse for your body than carrying extra weight as a woman. Um, my wife and I are trying to fine tune a little weight loss program now. So when she comes down in the next month, that we'll be able to really jump on the bandwagon together and get healthy. Because I don't want to keep taking blood pressure medicine for the rest of my life. High cholesterol is a really big concern for trans men on testosterone. Luckily, my cholesterol is great. Um, for a big guy, my cholesterol is actually perfect. I don't have any elevated cholesterol issues. But my blood pressure is a big one. When I first got it checked, when I first realized it was high, it was like 200 over like 140, some ridiculously high number that had never been before. Um, and before testosterone, it would barely even reach the 120 over 80. Now it's much higher. So I take 2 high blood pressure medications a day. Both are diuretics, so I pee a whole lot. Hydrochlorothiazide and Lasix. So these are things that I want you guys to really think about when you're taking testosterone. It is imperative that you get your T levels checked every 3 months. It's just a responsible way to do it. It's not, yeah, it's great. We all want to rush into tea and, you know, rush into manhood, but you're not going to rush anywhere but your grave if you do it the wrong way. I get my T levels checked every 3 months. My T levels are at a perfect 600. They should be anywhere between 5 and 700 range. If you don't get them checked, I have a very good friend of mine who just found out his T levels are 1100. That's like double what it's supposed to be, and he would have never have known. He would have continued taking his dose. He would have never have known if he didn't go and actually get it checked. I have another extraordinary friend of mine who was going through schooling, and just didn't have the time, didn't make the time, and now has cysts and tumors on his liver that are benign, they're non-cancerous, but he has to get liver scans on top of his blood work. Testosterone rapes and ruins your liver if you do not take it correctly, do not take care of it. One of the best things I would suggest doing is with your tea, take a multivitamin, take one for like liver enzymes, like the fish oil or the COQ, whatever it is. Go to GNC and get something for liver enzymes, liver cleanse. Tea will rape your liver. It will cause lesions, tumors, cysts. It can cause cancer of your liver. I'm not playing. This is some serious shit that you're injecting, or you're putting on as a gel or a patch or a pill or however you take it. I really need to know that guys are being responsible about it. I thought that everyone knew about it. But I am seeing a lot of guys, an increasing number of guys, taking testosterone on the black market. And that is, it's not that it's just expensive or that it's just a hassle, but it is incredibly unsafe. If you can't afford your blood work, you're this, you're that, I mean, maybe you need to reevaluate where you are in your life and get your priorities right. I'm not saying it in a bad way, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I mean, yeah, you want to be a man, and I understand that, but tea doesn't make you a man. Testosterone, is not what changed Jennifer Rosa Ortiz into Joshua David Ortiz. I'll tell you that right now. Tea was the least of it. Tea just made me look and sound like one. Didn't make me one. Because Jennifer Rosa Ortiz is the same man Joshua David Ortiz is. We just look a little different. And I think the problem lies, the risk lies, when men see tea as the key to the lock of manhood. They see testosterone as the way to become men, and that's not the way to really look at it. I just don't want to see you guys having strokes, heart attacks. If you inject tea, if you don't pull out the plunger of the syringe before you actually inject the tea into your body, you could be killing yourself. Simple and plain. Tea is suspended in oil, usually sesame or cottonseed. When you pull the plunger out, if you pull out a clear bubble, then you know it's safe to inject. If you pull out blood, then you know that you're in a vein. If you inject your oil-based testosterone into a vein, it'll kill you. You're injecting oil into blood, it'll go straight to your heart. It might not kill you immediately, but it sure as shit will cause a stroke. These are things that you won't know unless you go to a doctor. These are things that you won't know how to take your shot unless you go to a doctor. There's only certain areas of your body you could do your shots. Only certain ways you could do your shots. These are all really serious risks. To me, if I was told, this stuff can kill you if you don't do it right, it better be damn straight I'm going to do it right. I go to my blood work every 3 months. On top of that, I have other blood issues, but for my hormones, even before I found out that I have this blood disease, I went every 3 months for my blood work. My doctor, when I lived in Arkansas, was 3 hours away, each way. And Renee and I would take a day off of work together, and would drive down, take a road trip, every 3 months, because it's that important. I don't want to lose any of you to injecting or however you take testosterone, ignorantly and blindly. Because it's just not worth it. You're still men, in my eyes and in the eyes of our community, hopefully, without testosterone. So do it safe, do it the right way. So you'll be able to actually enjoy manhood instead of dying halfway through it. Namaste.